This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Coming up, why the president and CEO of the Pennsylvania Chamber of Business and Industry thinks the state's new corporate net income tax rate will help businesses. And Lisa Sugar tells us how a nonprofit in our area is helping veterans. Hello everyone, it's always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. State officials are celebrating Pennsylvania's new lower corporate net income tax rate. Governor Tom Wolf, who has supported the measure since he took office, calls it a game changer for business in Pennsylvania. One of the officials who weighed in on the announcement was Luke Bernstein. Bernstein, a Cunningham native, is the new president and CEO of the Pennsylvania Chamber of Business and Industry.
This tax reform package takes a holistic global approach to improving the state's tax structure with overarching goals of simplifying the tax code, making Pennsylvania more competitive with other states, and benefiting all businesses. This is long overdue reduction of the state's corporate net income tax will take the rate from 9.99 to 8.99 starting January 1st of 2023 all the way to 4.99 in 2031. Based on current state corporate tax rates, this will take us to the 8th lowest rate upon fully enacted. This will free up more capital for investors. It will allow others to grow. It will allow people to invest more into research and development, into our communities, into their workforce, into professional development, which we know is a key of all of us here. That is not a partisan issue. That's a bipartisan issue to get workforce development moving here in Pennsylvania, which will ultimately create more family-sustaining jobs.
Lisa Sugar has important information for veterans and their families who may be experiencing rough times. Here's today's news feature.
There is a nonprofit organization in our area which provides supportive services for veterans' families. As a matter of fact, it is just that, supportive services for veterans' families, and it's under the umbrella of Opportunity House. Today, I am pleased to be joined by Victoria Spittler. She is case manager with Opportunity House. Victoria, thank you so much for joining us. This is very important information. We have a lot of veterans in our area, and unfortunately, a lot of veterans often fall on difficult times. And that's where you come in to help. So tell us about your organization and who it benefits.
So Opportunity House, as a nonprofit itself, is based out of Berks County. It's in Reading. So through that, there's a couple of different programs. The SSVF program, which is what I administer here in Schuylkill County. We also administer it in Berks and Lancaster as well. But they also, in our Reading facility, have a day center as well as a homeless shelter. And they have some transitional housing units for people, veterans or civilians, who are just needing a short-term temporary place to stay, whether it's the homeless shelter or the transitional housing, which is a little bit longer. Through the SSVF program, which again is in our Berks, Schuylkill, and Lancaster counties, we are able to help veterans who are facing some sort of housing instability. And that could be veterans who are facing eviction. So somebody who is staying at an apartment somewhere and has an eviction notice because they can't afford their rent, or them and the landlord just don't get along for whatever reason, so the lease is violated. Or sometimes we even see that the lease term has ended and the landlord doesn't want to rent to that veteran for whatever the scenarios are. We can also assist veterans who are what we call literally homeless, and that's just that. And I kind of refer that to as the movie stereotypical homelessness. Even though in the movies it's a lot more exaggerated, it is really just that. People staying in homeless shelters, sleeping under the bridges in whatever counties they are. Not so much the cardboard boxes like you see in the movies, but literally just on a blanket in the woods, wherever they can find a spot. Sleeping in abandoned buildings with no utilities. I've seen people in Berks and Schuylkill County that the buildings are completely pretty much demolished, abandoned buildings with no utilities, no walls, no doors, etc. And it's really sad to see that, but it's great that there's a program like SSVF that is actually a nationwide program through a number of different nonprofits across the whole United States that are able to help these veterans find housing of their own kind. It can be through Joe, the random landlord. It can be through a room for rent that's shorter term, transitional housing, through the housing authorities in any of the counties. pretty much whatever the veteran chooses, that's the avenue we're able to go to help them find some sort of housing.
And we're talking with you in Schuylkill County, but like you said, this is available everywhere. So like Luzerne County, wherever you're watching this from, there is help available.
Yes, absolutely. Any nonprofit across the United States can apply for this grant. The nonprofit would then administer the grant, handle all the money in the cases, but the money actually comes from the VA. So it is federally funded grant that any nonprofit across the United States could have. And every county, to my knowledge, across the United States does have at least one SSVF program that covers that county. So it is very serious. Every year we have a goal to see, through Opportunity House, to see at least 200 veterans. And every year since I've been here, since 2016, we have surpassed that. We do throughout the season see kind of an ebb and flow. When it's warmer, a lot of people are more okay with staying outside because it is warmer. It's not, middle of January, 19 degrees or lesser outside. In the winter, we do see a little bit more kindness where family members might bring them in off the street. But then as soon as it's warm, they kick them back out. It's a never-ending cycle where there will never be enough space in shelters. There will never be enough safe, permanent, affordable housing. And that word affordable is really the biggest part because there's a lot of apartments. But a veteran with either no income or a disability income of maybe $900 a month, if they're lucky, how are you going to afford an apartment that's $700, $750? It's unreal right now what we're seeing.
So for people watching this today, what's the best way, if they know someone in need, what's the best way to get in touch with services, to get in touch with you?
So there's really no wrong way to refer a veteran. You can reach out to whoever is in that county specifically. So either myself, Kim Hartman, or Kim Long. They cover our Berks and Lancaster office. Our supervisor, Holly Wolf, she's in our Berks County office. But there's actually also another line. I don't know if it's quite nationwide, but definitely at least countywide for the ones that we cover, called 211. It's a general referral system helpline where the veteran or anybody can call in, tell them what's going on, tell them their story, and then they'll be referred to the people who cover that area, whether it's myself, whether it's Luzerne County, whatever county they're in, they'll be referred to. But you can gladly give any of us a call. We have a website for Opportunity House. You can gladly go on there and go through the help ticket. People can show up at our door. If we are here in the offices, we can gladly greet them right when they come in and have those discussions right with them.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Feisner's Ford in Freeland, who is celebrating 75 years in business. Give them a call at 570-636-3920, or you can log on to feisnersford.com.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. On Thursday, sunny with a high near 82 degrees. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 55 degrees. Friday, sunny with a high near 74 degrees. Friday night, clear with a low around 51 degrees. Saturday, sunny with a high near 76 degrees. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 54 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 78 degrees. And Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 57 degrees. Coming up next, learn all the ways the Kagan Foundation helps kids with kidney disease and how you can help them out at a fun event being held in our area this weekend.
The Hazleton Public Library will be showing Aquaman on August 20th at 1:30 p.m. For more information, you can call the library at 570-454-2961.
The Social Report is brought to you by Moran Funeral Home, third-generation family-owned funeral home serving all faiths since 1939. Located at 229 West 12th Street in Hazleton, call 570-454-8341 and go to moranfuneralhome.com.